This is Kenzo. It's extra hot Forex. It's Thursday, so we just gonna go through US30 and NASDAQ 100. So I'm gonna start with NASDAQ 100 today. I hope people they have a nice one today. So yesterday the market was just going down. You can see here I'm on a daily time frame. We are on a third day. 1, 2, 3. The market was just going down. So what to do from here? Uh, Honestly speaking, there is too much news going on at the moment, but one way or another, the market will just recover. You should know that there's no market crashing at the moment. But and remember, tomorrow there is also NFP. It can also affect the market, especially because US30 and US, sorry, NAS 100, they are all Americans. So we will see some. I think we'll see something the volatility even today until tomorrow. But let's just go through our NASDAQ. You can see I'm on a daily time frame, but I can't draw this thing. Doesn't make sense at the moment. But the overall picture is we see that the market was just going up like that, even if here we have this rejection. So let's go to a 4-hour time frame, or before I do that, let me draw something here so that everyone can see. I think you can see from this point. Let me just start from this point. You can see the market was just retesting around this point. Let me put it this way. I hope you see that. I hope you see that we have the market rejected from this point, even here, even here. Even if we had something like a resistance somewhere, I mean a support around here. Yeah, somewhere here. But the market just broke that point, and here I think we have another one on a daily time frame. So let's go to a smaller time frame and see what's really happening in the moment. So let's see this support that I've drawn, if it does make sense. So I think yes, it does really make sense. So remember, we used to let me do this. We used to draw trend lines like this, but since we broke that trend line, the market was just going down. If you still remember, a few days ago I was just drawing these things, but since the market broke here, we've seen the bearish momentum. So let me remove this. I want someone who is not even good at analyzing to understand everything here. So we are here, the market is just going down like that, you can see. So for the bullish momentum to take over, I think on a 4-hour time frame, even if here we have another support, but you see the market at the moment is just crashing everything. It's just going down. Even at the moment, the market is trying to push up again, but we are not sure if the market will reach this point or the market will just come around and keep dropping, you see. So the best thing is that we can do is to just relax, or to take a trade here. It's also necessary. It's not a bad thing to do, because you'll be relying on this support. It means your SL, your stop loss, should be very closer to this point, because at the moment the market is just volatile, you see. But if the market comes here and break, then we will say let's just buy. But unfortunately, it means we will miss this part here, you see. But if you are an aggressive trader, it's good to take a trade from this point but somewhere here you can just take your profit before, because the market can just retest from that point. We don't know, it can retest and go up again or whatever. So let me just draw this with candlesticks, maybe you will understand better. So at the moment we see the market doing stuff like this. If it doesn't break, it means it will just do something like this. But if it breaks, we expect the market to break here, retest, and go up like that. I hope you can see that. The market won't exactly do the same thing that I have drawn here, but you can see the picture. You can see what's really going on here. So I hope maybe you can understand when I draw stuff like this. We hope the market will just go up, go down, because you can see here the market is just respecting this. Sorry, the market is just respecting this resistance here. I don't know if they call this diagonal resistance or whatever, but you can see as long as it's a resistance, you can see that the market just reject from this point. Let me remove this. Okay, the market is just rejecting from this point, and I'm on a 4-hour time frame. You can see that the market is rejecting, but even here we also have a rejection. You see, we also have a rejection. What can we do from here? From this point, when things are like this, you don't do anything. You go to a smaller time frame, because on your bigger picture, you can see that you have a, let me draw something like this. You have a resistance and support, but since the NASDAQ was just dropping ever since, so it means that we expect the market to push up, you see, and we see at the moment we see a bullish candlestick which is rejecting from this point. It's a good time to buy, actually. It's a good time to buy, but it depends on you. What do you see, or things that you wait for the market to do before you buy. But at the moment you can see this, it's a just a nice U-turn. The market can just keep going up, or just at the moment, because the market is not open yet, the market can just play around here. But you can see that even if the market is not open, we can see that the market is just rejecting, because let's just zoom, maybe you can see something. You can see that from this point we never had any bullish candlestick. You can see that. So from here at the support, you can see now we can see, let me remove so that you can see. Let me remove this. Okay, from this resistance you can see that, let me remove this. You can see that from this point, I think it's from yesterday, we never had a very nice bullish candlestick. So from this point today, you can see now we can see a green candle, or we can see a bullish momentum from this point. Maybe the NASDAQ is starting to recover, we don't know. But if you got, at the moment I have a buy, I bought somewhere here, so I just locked my profit already. So I'm just hoping maybe NASDAQ will just push. Maybe I will just take my profit around here if it reaches that point. But if it goes down, I locked my profit, everything will be fine. But since the market is not open at the moment, there is a chance that the market can just play around this point before maybe it can even break. Then we can see a nice buy. And remember, the market won't make it easy for us to see this nice buy here. The market will just play around, then in a moment then you will see the market just going up again, and maybe you missed these points just because the market was just going up and down, you see. So it's a good time to take a risk. I'm not advising anyone to buy or whatever, but it's a good time to take a nice buy. If you can take a position from this point, you can just hold that for some time, maybe for until next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe. Let's go to a 4 hour, maybe you can see a bigger picture. You can see that if the market, or let's just go to an hour, to a daily time frame, you can see that the market rejected from this point. There's possibility that the market next week can be around here. So what do we do from here? If you get the market from this point, which we don't really get most of the time, it means you will have a very nice profit next week. Even today, maybe before the market closes, before the market closes, maybe the market will just recover. But we are still on a bearish under pressure here, because you can see everything is under this resistance. It means our bearish is still very strong. But you know, every time when we buy when the bearish is strong, but here is just where we buy. So you have to take that risk, make a very tight stop loss, then you know the market can go up. So let me push again to a smaller time frame and see what's really going on. I can go to smaller. These candlesticks are no longer visible. So we are here, so we have a chance that the market can just play around here, but I'm expecting the market to push, break this point, maybe we can buy again from this point. So here actually it's a good time to scale up. When the market, some people like to open maybe multiple orders. So when you see stuff like this, you buy from this point. Even if maybe you didn't get exactly here, you buy from somewhere here. When the market get into profit, because the market is very volatile at the moment, you lock that profit, then you open another one, you do the same until the market reaches a certain point. But at the moment, we see the market pushing around this point. I hope the market maybe will break this resistance. Then when it come and retest, we will get it somewhere here, then we buy. So I hope everyone understand that. But remember, sometimes the market won't just act the way we want. Sometimes the market will just disappoint you, you see. So I don't, another way, I don't really use like 5 minutes time frame to analyze, which other people really use. They draw the trend line, the breakouts, which it works for them, but I like to check things on a bigger time frame to see the bigger picture, you see. So when we see something like, when I see something like this, I won't sell, because I see that the market is very closer to the resistance. Even if someone on maybe 5 minutes or 30 minutes time frame see a different thing, maybe they see it's a good sell or whatever, but I see the market very closer to the resistance. That's why I won't sell from this point. And also the overall picture is, even if now the market is going down, just know that the market is still on a bullish. So things like that, like this, is something like this, the market will still push up again, you see. So let's just go straight to US30. I hope you understood everything on NASDAQ 100. If maybe you did not, please check other videos that I do on YouTube. It's daily analysis. You can really understand from Monday to Friday, even weekly ideas. Please go check, subscribe, like. I also have a Signal group. You can just ask me on my WhatsApp. There is contacts on my description. So let's go straight to US30. Okay, here we are on US30. We are on 4 hour time frame. So I have realized that there is this support which makes sense. So you can see that the market, every time the market reached this point, the market was just pushing up. Even here the market is pushing up, but I'm hoping that maybe the market will just come around here. There's possibility that the market can still push down, but since the market was just playing these points, I think maybe the market will just create new highs, I think. So we're hoping that the market will maybe create something like that. But those things they will really happen when the market open. At the moment the market will just play around, you see. So when you place your order around this point, be careful, because the market will just play around those points. So let me try to go to a bit smaller time frame. Maybe we can see what I'm trying to say. So at the moment you can see the market is trying to go up, still going up and down. But if maybe the market breaks, we expect the market to come and retest here again. You can see here we have this resistance, and it's a very strong resistance. So at the moment the market is playing around this thing. You can call it a wedge or triangle, as long as you understand what I mean. So you can see the market is playing around here. So it's not easy to give people like a direction when something like this happens, or if you give them, it will be like they just scalp. The market will just go up and around this point until it breaks, or maybe it will break at this point. So I think on a 1 hour it's also very easy to see what's really going on, but at the moment we can't say buy or sell, even though that I will send the signal in the group. So if you want to receive signals, check out my WhatsApp on the description, then we can add you on the group. It's $15. So but I hope now you are learning that the market rejected from this point and pushed up. Even here the same thing can happen. The market can still push up and repeat the same thing that it's doing at the moment. But since there is too much news happening at the moment, the market can just play around this point. So don't expect any miracle to happen at the moment. So we expect everything to happen around when the market opens. So I hope maybe you understand what I'm trying to say here. So the market will just play around this point. So any breakout will say, if it breaks here, if it breaks our support, then we'll say we are looking for a nice sell. Or you can still draw maybe a line like this and say maybe it's a support from this point. If the market come around this point, the market can still respect this point, maybe, because we also have something like this, because we have to consider different options. We don't have to stick on one thing and say maybe it will work. But at the moment it seems to be a very nice support. So I hope maybe you understood everything. If you didn't understand, please comment on the left a comment there and ask everything, then maybe I can assist. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, share and comment everything. If maybe you need some clarification about the analysis, please don't be afraid to ask. I can always help you. Thank you. Bye.